How's it going, guys? It's your boy Mike Francis here in San Juan, Metro Manila, Philippines. This is where my mom was raised for the most part. That's where my family's from here in Manila. But I wanted to hop on here really quick because of something that I learned over the past few days that has really tugged at my heart. Actually, I've been kind of going through it. I've actually been out of the country for over a month now, but 7 different things that I've learned from traveling alone. I may not be the only person who's dealt with this, but I just thought I would present it to you guys and see what you guys think. So here's number 1. The longer you're away from home, the further home really feels. For that, I've really started to feel that whenever it comes to the connections that I used to have every day. I'd be back at home, like hopping on the phone with my buddy Chris, or talking with Jack, or hollering at Miguel, which I'm so thankful to have talked with them a little bit on this trip. But what I realized is that once my heart had been out of that environment for so long, I started to long for that connection. It's been really tough understanding that I'm just in a different headspace because I'm away. But what I've noticed, at least in my life, is that the longer that I'm away from home, the further home really feels. So number 2. So this is something that really hit me hard a couple days ago because I'm coming here as a person who wants to really enjoy like this moment in time and this moment in life with people. I gotta realize that people have their own daily lives. People have their own daily routines that they're in every day. And for me to come in and expect them to be available as if they were on vacation, that's bad. That causes a lot of suffering for me. But people are just really immersed in their life. And I'm just having to understand more and more each day that the longer that I'm here, the easier it would be to develop those kind of relationships. But right now, people are in their daily lives. So just to be mindful of that and to be respectful of that and not take it personally whenever someone doesn't hit me back or when someone else has something else to do because they have their life here. I'm just here for a little bit of time. So that leads into number 3. I'm leaving soon. So with that in mind, it was like it really put things into perspective because in my heart, because I'm here, I just want to be able to enjoy and just share experiences because I feel that's what we really look back on are those shared experiences. But understanding that because I'm going, it's also being mindful and respectful of people, of their energy because to give me so much energy and put so much into me right now, but knowing that I'm about to leave, that could put the other person or the people that I'm connecting with in a bad place because now they're losing my energy, they're losing my feedback and my presence. Shoot, I just make it feel like I just upped and left. And aside from the hospitality, which I'm so thankful for, that they have to be mindful of their energy knowing that I'm about to leave. So I just want to make sure to be mindful of that. But that's another thing that I've learned. And number 4, okay, this is a big one because back whenever I was 18, my buddy Luga, I was like, invest in a good bed, bro. And so that's number 4, missing my bed because I do miss that thing. The 4 pillows, when I could put between my legs, my head, one on my back, and when I could hug on the front. Like, there's just no sleep like sleep in your own bed. And that is something I've realized for traveling for so long is that I miss my bed. And I can't wait to get back to it. Okay, so number 5. So this is something that it kind of builds off the other ones too, understanding expectation, people living their daily life. But number 5 is that it takes time to build relationships. Thinking about all the friendships that I have back home in Los Angeles, for example, or even back in Indiana, that stuff took a lot of time, energy, experiences, a lot of tears, a lot of laughter,
a lot of fights and reconciliation and empathy, humility.
That stuff took a lot of time. Something that I've realized here that I've been trying to do because I felt so detached from humanity, I've been trying to rush relationships. I've been trying to, put myself in a position to connect and develop a relationship quicker than possible because maybe subconsciously I know that I'm leaving, so I'm trying to do as much as I can while I'm here, but more out of love and out of a shared experience with people because I want to have shared experiences with people. I think it's a lot of fun whenever we can kind of go back and be like, hey, remember that one time we did that one thing at that one place and did that thing that we shouldn't have been doing, but we wanted to do it though, but we still did it, but that kind of thing. But those kind of things, they take time and the natural flow and progression of a relationship. And so So that is one of the big things that I've learned, is to breathe, slow down, and understand that relationships do take time to build. So number 6, this is a big one, and I gotta give a big shout out to my friend Danielle V back in LA. But what she taught me before I even left is that whenever you head into a new place, to try to find a community. I have been doing that a little bit. I've connected in the photographer community out here. Just randomly, I saw a photo on somebody's house, and I knocked on the door, and there's a photographer there. It was in Lukban, that's where my grandparents are from, and then they were like, oh, there's this workshop in Manila, you should check it out. I'm like, okay, I'm there, and I went, and I was able to connect through the photographer community. I've also been at the gym quite a bit, just working on my body, trying to feel good and feel healthy. Fitness first. Shout out to all the friends and trainers and stuff like that over there too. Much love. But that is one of the biggest things that I've learned, is whether you're on vacation or whether you're back at home in general, just taking time to find a community of people who like to talk about the same stuff you like to talk about, or do the stuff that you like to do. It's very, very important to be able to commune and connect with people who are like-minded and who are on a similar path, because there's a lot of times that I've been out here that I've just been like spinning my wheels, like wanting to talk to somebody, but feeling like I haven't had anybody to talk to, because I hadn't really taken the time to develop and those relationships and connect into those communities. So number 6 is really, really big. Always find a community that works for you. And here is number 7. For me, this is probably one of the biggest things that has kept me sane throughout this entire process, is the fact that I have connected with friends and family back home. I cannot stress this enough, how important that is. Like, I just got off the phone with my mom yesterday for like an hour, and we were just talking about like the things that we're going through, of course, with the whole dad situation, and just feeling like alone on this journey, and understanding that people do have lives, and the support that they give is a lot different now than it was a year ago, because things tend to progress and people tend to think that, you know, we've moved on, and, you know, that we're happy and that we're okay now. That's contrary to popular belief on social media. But it's so important to make sure to always connect with your roots and know where you come from, and make sure to stay in constant contact with those people, because shoot, like I just hopped off the phone with like Miguel and Juice the other day, like, and it just gave me so much energy and so much love to know I got friends back home who I can connect with and share stories with, and see them doing their thing, and then, you know, to be able to be proud of them and let them know, and just feel at home. Because I mean, at the end of the day, big picture, whenever I'm traveling alone, something I've realized is that all I'm really looking for, being away from home for so long, is people, experiences, food that make me feel like I'm at home. And I think that's why it's so much easier to travel when you're traveling with friends, because friends make it seem like you're at home. That's why, you know, anytime I go out anywhere, I try not to travel alone, though I have traveled a couple times alone for like work and whatnot, but I always try to bring a friend along, or see if a friend wants to join me, or meet up somewhere. Or whenever I go somewhere, like, I always try to like go to a place where my friend's at. Like, I'm about to go to Shanghai and Taipei for the first time. Like, shout out Asher and Charlie Wu, like, because that's what makes it feel like home, is whenever you're connecting with people that you care about and that you have history with, and that you can share even more experiences with. So those are the 7 things that I've learned so far. I mean, not limited to 7, but I think that's enough for like this video, because for real, like, I mean, I was in a bad place. Oh man, I felt crazy yesterday. And I mean, I was watching Tony Robbins videos, I was watching videos on YouTube like how to deal with depression, how to deal with being alone, how to connect in a place where you're not necessarily a part of. And that's whenever I learned so much about myself, because I was really going through it. But it just goes to show that there is so much content and available information out there that you can look into, just in case you are feeling some type of way. Like, that's what I do. I felt sad, so I looked up videos about what it's like to be sad and how to get through it. But to understand that these feelings they're real. Like, this is what I'm feeling right now. And though it may seem like something different on social, I mean, I can't speak for anyone else, but I'm going through things that I don't necessarily put out there. But I notice whenever I am vulnerable and I am open, and I take courage to open up, to speak with people who I feel like won't judge me, you know, safe people who I can really spill my heart out to, that's where I can really grow and really develop as a human being. Because shoot, life can hurt sometimes, but it's always nice to know if you have someone who's always down to lend an ear and just lend a little bit of time to help hear you out, because sometimes we just want to be heard. So, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been a crazy journey out here in the Philippines. I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about being alone. I've learned so much about like my family, and I'm learning so much about the language out here. But I'm also learning in my heart of hearts that connection is very, very important. And for me personally, I just need to continue to do my best to remind myself of the love and support and friendships and relationships that I have back home. And that really helps to give me hope and help me to continue pushing forward and continue to pursue my dreams and all the things that I'm doing. So thank you guys for your time. It's your boy, Hey Mike Francis. As always, subscribe. If you haven't checked out my other videos, check them out. It's a lot of fun. I love blogging and vlogging, like that's my thing. But just trying to do it more, but realizing too, like, if you're not necessarily in a good environment, it takes a lot to summon up that energy to even do blogs and to edit photos and to execute properly and to pursue my dreams or whatever it may be. It just takes a lot of energy and support to do so. So just always be mindful of your environment. Take care, and God bless.